Good morning. Father Pat is with us on this Monday morning, first Monday of 2022. And Father, I know that yesterday was the celebration of the Feast of the Epiphany, and we want to touch on that. But we need to get an update from you on COVID this morning. And how you feeling? And happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so great way to celebrate my birthday in COVID quarantine, but I've been feeling fine. Tomorrow will mark my fifth day since the last time I was tested. Feeling good all that time, so I hope to come out of quarantine Wednesday morning. But as I come out of quarantine, I'm finding out more and more of our staff has COVID or has COVID symptoms. You know, most of them can't get tested. I'm sure many of you out there are experiencing that problem with there being no tests available, but people in their household have tested positive. They've tested positive, or they just are having cold-like symptoms. So far, it's everybody who I've talked to, everybody I've heard from, it is just, minor cold-like symptoms. But our office was supposed to reopen tomorrow. We'll officially reopen the office tomorrow on January 4th. But, I don't know what the be like here and all. I suggest you call the office rather than coming by if you need any kind of business. We should have somebody answering the phones, but kind of what the status of the office is, who knows, right? So we'll continue to work around this while we all quarantine and take it safe and take care of ourselves here while this pandemic spreads through the office. It's also hard to get to our offices. If you came to Mass this Sunday, you realize that we got lots of work going on in the courtyard. That work is progressing well. We're putting in first now they've been laying a drainage system, but they've also started putting in the paths and all throughout the courtyard for the Stations of the Cross, and eventually they'll put in the path for the Stations of the Light, the Stations of the Post-Resurrection. So really excited about that. But Merry Christmas. We do continue the Christmas season here, one last week of the Christmas season. We celebrated the Feast of the Epiphany yesterday. And, as I said in my news article in the bulletin this week, I've got this sign posted in my bedroom that wise men still seek him. And that is so true. Here as we celebrate the Feast of the Epiphany, we just have to stop and think about how we seek out Christ in our life, how we seek Christ out. And the interesting thing is that as we're seeking Christ, Christ is seeking us. And, just as the wise men saw this anomaly of this light in the sky, this star in the sky that they didn't quite know, and went and checked it out, right? There are things in our life, right, that are really signs of Christ there in our life, that Christ is always present there. And, we just have to start becoming aware of those signs. And, amidst the darkness that we've been suffering over the last couple of years, the darkness that we're all suffering now as we battle this current surge of the Omicron variant, it's important to continue to look through and see that light of Christ shining through, see those areas in our life where Christ is really truly touching us. And so it's important to just step back and reflect on that here, especially in this last week of the Christmas season. We've just gone through celebrating the birth of our Lord, celebrating the fact that he did indeed come and be present with us, dwelt among us here on earth. And we've got to recognize his presence here all the time. And so amidst our busyness as we get back and begin this new year, let's just all pause and stop for a moment and recognize Christ in our life and how that light shines through in our life.
Father, thank you for the wise words this morning. And, I was reading that just briefly that South Africa's downturn in COVID there was 30%. Their numbers were 30% fewer last week. And that's where this Omicron started. So, and I think it was just last month when it kind of kicked up over there. So it seems to be like a real fast cold front moving in and out. So
yeah, cold front is a good way to put it, right? So yeah, and you know, their data was that it wasn't too severe, and certainly the anecdotal data that I've been getting back in, you know, I haven't heard of too many people where it's been severe. I have heard of some people that have been hospitalized on it, so it is still we still have to be concerned. You know, I still continue to worry about my mom. I mentioned last week that she's got it. You know, and we need to continue to be cautious and not take it too lightly here, but at the same time, recognize that, you know, we are going to have to learn how to deal with it, that it's here to stay, and you know, we continue to pray for each other and continue to just take prudent precautions and protect those certainly that are at high risk.
thanks again, Father. Have a good week. Take care of yourself, and we continue prayers for you and your mother.
All right, thank you. Bye.